Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. It was funny, I was answering a comment, and it was on the midlife crisis kind of thing. And like I say, I missed out on the midlife crisis stuff. And but one thing that it did bring to my attention was that I've had different stages in my life, and they are distinct stages, and each stage required me to learn different rules, and that's basically what I want to talk about. And this is called the Annexo, and this is another part of the hotel. It's a whole complete different part of the hotel. You normally see me on the other side. This is a complete different edition here. But okay, first let me talk about, there was from birth until I'm breaking it down like this anyway, till I got married. I got married at 22 years old. And from birth to 22, it was a very confusing time because I didn't understand anything that was going on. I think all kids are the same way. And so learning the rules, how, the do's and don'ts, and the kind of stuff that it covers all kinds of, you're learning to drive, you're learning what the opposite sex is all about, you're trying to figure out what you're all about, and there's all kinds of stuff that goes on up until, like I say, for me, it was up to 22, and then I got married. Now, once I got married, I didn't have my mother already. And so got married, and we lived in the United States, and we had kids, 2 kids. So my first one was I was 22, my next one was 23, I was 23. And then a year after that, my dad had a stroke, and everything went bad after that. And so I didn't have anyone to kind of explain to me what these rules in life was all about. So really about the only one that I did have was my wife. And she was the same age as me, so really she didn't know any more than I did. But, man and wife, and it's a team effort we're doing, so she kind of helped me understand what was going on. And here, she's from Guatemala. We were in the United States, like she knew what was going on in the United States. So anyway, so that's how it threw my, from 22 up to about 40, maybe 41. That was when my kids went off to college. So they were pretty much grown up and making their own decisions. They don't need me anymore, so they just did their own thing. And it's over here. I should have mentioned. We walked by here. Over on this side is rooms, and on this side is meeting rooms. You got meeting rooms over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 meeting rooms. So so I think they run probably about maybe 50 people in each meeting room. And but anyway, so that's what's over there. But anyway, so once my kids went off to college, that's when it was kind of a shock for not so much me. I mean, I was prepared raising the kids so they could be strong and be able to make decisions, life decisions. That's your job as a parent, the way I looked at it, so it's not like I was looking forward to taking care of my kids all their lives. And like I say, because my life has been full of so much violence and hate. I never thought I was going to live to see my kids grow up anyway. So I prepared them to go out, and they did, and so that was a life all unto itself, learning the rules, how to be a parent, how to teach the kids, how to watch over them, and all this stuff. And you got to remember that all this time I'm running businesses through this whole time, and so I've had to, and it's changed. The rules change, and if you've had kids and they've grown up, when the kids move off, it's a whole, your life changes. Now, when the kids moved off, I was in my early 40s, and we still had a nightclub and stuff like that, and kids would help, they'd come help out a little bit, and so we still had some kind of in touch with them. But for us, we were learning a whole new life and a whole new rules in life, because we didn't have the kids, and so it wasn't stressful, but it was different. I know for us, that brought my wife and I closer together. I know when we were raising the kids, and I told stories about that, she'd say, "Oh, the kids are the most important thing to me," and she says that to me. So I finally got a belly full of it, and I told her, forget it, because the kids are going to be gone. I'm going to be the one that's going to be with you. So I don't want to hear that crap anymore. And when she finally stopped saying it, it stopped hurting me. And so when the kids finally did grow up and leave, like I say, we didn't have hatred among each other because of the kids. I see a lot of that. A lot of divorcees are like that. And I understand, because like I say, if I didn't take charge, I'd probably done the same thing. And but anyway, so after we lost the kids, we were really close. And for one thing, let me change that a little bit. At that time, we weren't really close. At that time, I was doing more vacations. I was more taking off, and so. And my wife was doing her vacations too, but she was coming down here while I was running all over everywhere, but we always met so we could, we'd work together and be together. And whenever we were together, we really, really had a good relationship without the kids. We didn't arguing about the kids anymore, so that really, really made a difference. Okay, like I say, that's where we came from. Right there is more rooms going down there. And we just passed a bunch of rooms over here too. There's some rooms, and I think there's more rooms down here. So we're going to go down that way. And this is the reception area for this part of the hotel. At one time, let's see. Okay, I will go on. So the early 40s is when, our lives started changing. And I say about 51, 52, the early 50s is when I stopped working. And when I stopped working, we came down here, And it was funny because through this time, I even started going shopping with my wife. I never went shopping. When we had the kids, I never went shopping. But it was just her and I ended up going shopping with her more often. We enjoyed each other's company a whole lot more. And like I say, by the early 50s, the kids were getting married, and they had their whole lives, and we weren't part of it, so there wasn't nothing holding us there. And my wife's mother and father was still alive down here, so I said, come on, we're going to move down here. So we moved down here. And the thing was, at one time, they were going to give this annexo, to my wife and I, and they're going to make 2 hotels out of this place and use this more for an economical hotel, and the other one the more of the upscale hotel. But But anyway, that's why I wanted to show you this place and tell you a little bit about it. So then, like I say, so that was our early 50s when we came down here. Like I say, our whole lives changed. And we were trying, in our 40s, we were trying to understand how our lives have changed. We didn't know the rules because the rules are completely different. You don't have kids anymore. So the rules are completely different. We're not college kids, stupid college kids. You know, they don't know a damn thing. Well, we're not like that. We know things. Like I said, we've been in business. We've accumulated. And like I say, so that's what I'm saying. We got rid of everything. Like I say, in my early 50s, I sold everything. And we came down here. And so we started a life down here, started, you know, what can we do? And I say that's when I was doing the Hoi Chi. I was really starting down here. I didn't have regulations and stuff I had to fight in the United States. So I was able to start really learning and developing the Hoi Chi and making a name for myself. And here I was, 50-some years old, starting a complete new career on something that didn't have nothing to do with my other past careers, you know, either training SWAT teams. I was training SWAT teams through my 40s and late 30s and on clear up to, like I say, 50, 51 when I stopped training. And here we are down here starting a whole new life and getting all this stuff all ready to go and learning things, learning all the new rules and stuff. And then the kids started having babies. So we thought, well, we better go to the States. So we moved back to the States. And that's when my wife started having strokes. So we weren't there that long. And so then after the strokes, we thought, you know, something's not good. And after our first stroke, I knew people that have strokes, if they don't change their ways, they're going to have another stroke. That's what I've seen. And okay, yeah, these are rooms, 4 rooms down here on this side, and we're at the dead end now. So, and and like I say, my wife enjoyed life. She had her ways, and she continued her ways even after the strokes. So I knew there were going to be more strokes. So to me, it wasn't that big of a shock when she had the massive stroke that really took her down. And that's why it didn't take nothing for me to say, come on, we're going to go back to Guatemala. Because down here, we have help. There's people that can help me. Myself, I tell you, I can't do the laundry, I can't cook the food, I can't clean house, I can't do all that stuff, plus make a living. I can't do it. Now women do. They do a good job of doing all that stuff. I don't know how they do it, but I can't do it. And so that's why I said we're going to come back down here. And so we came back down here and we're doing our thing, and our lives changed because, like I say, I'm caring for her. And but then, eventually, I lost her. And then after I lost her, I say I was about 63, something like that. Yeah, I guess that's 63 years old. And I was surprised my health was holding up. I mean, when we came down here, I came down here prepared to die because the shock of what was going on with my wife and taking care of her, it was hard. And so then after I lost her, I thought, well, that's it. My life is over. And but I was able to start a new life. And like I say, strict diet, good exercise, and all this kind of stuff, getting myself back into shape again. And so really, I started a whole new life again. Complete new rules, complete. And that's been, I say now, it's been about 3.5 years now. And I say in this last 3.5 years, like I say, everything has changed. And like I say, I've been learning the new rules, and where it's going to go, I don't know. But like I say, with the YouTube people, I've been sharing with you what's been going on in my life, and my thoughts, and how I'm trying to understand the new rules that I've been forced to go under. I mean, I try to get set in my ways like everybody else, but I don't. When I see my ways aren't working properly, I'm open for new ideas. And that's what's been going on. And like I say, so what's in store for me now? Like I say, this last 3.5 years has been a big change. And I'm still learning the rules, what's going on. I've mentioned I've accepted the fact that I won't be getting another loving, committed relationship like I had before. So I've had to face up to that and learn the new rules on how I'm going to handle all this and what am I going to do with my life, because it's really difficult. All my friends are dying off, and like I say, and down here by myself, I mean, nobody I can speak to. So I've been having to redo a lot of things, and I say it's not from choice. It's just from one of these things. Shit happens. You just got to do what you got to do. But it was funny because I thought about that. I've lived different lives. I mean, my attitudes changed through each part of these different periods of my life. And I say, I don't fight it. I try to learn. I try to observe and see what's going on. And you see it in my videos. You can see how my attitude and the way I see things, it changes. We talk about morals. Man, my morals change. There's just so many things that happen all the time. And it really does become a chore to try to figure out where I'm at in life. And like I say, but I don't know. I can't be the only one like this. There's got to be, many people got to be going through this. I can't imagine people living the same life all the time. They have to have changes like what's been happening to me. I mean, it's just natural, I thought. But like I say, that's just my thinking. If I'm right or wrong, hell, I don't know. That's why I say I just share what I'm thinking, and maybe you can get something out of it. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.